And basically how this works is whether it's for an opt-in or a physical product or coaching or whatever, you can use this to come up with sales stories that really rock. And everybody wants to know the story behind what you're selling, and the script makes it super easy to do. So basically what you do is you just fill out the form, click the button, edit the output, and then you add this to copy to your videos, to your blog post, to your social media, to your about page, wherever it makes sense to share your story. So I have a couple of examples I did ahead of time. And then, like I said, if we're feeling brave and we have somebody, if we have somebody that wants to volunteer for us to do this, then that'd be cool. So first thing is, what are you selling? So the first example, Selling Your Home Alone, is my ebook about how to sell your house yourself. What's a negative event, circumstance, etc. you want to build your story around. So this is, let me tell you a quick story about something bad that happened. Now, you could use something negative. You could use something positive, but nobody really cares about when things were wonderful. When people get together, they don't talk about how great everything's going. They bitch about aches and pains and how things went wrong. When guys and gals get together and talk about things, they talk about overcoming obstacles. So in this one, let me tell you a quick story about, and also you'll notice I've got a bunch of examples here that follow all the way through, so you can look at those and follow along. So let me tell you a quick story about when I was trying to move. And by the way, all this is true. This is not made up. This whole thing is true. Let me tell you about the story when I was trying to move to Florida to take my dream job, but had to sell 2 houses first. So then what we do is we take the negative from the previous question and turn it into a past event ending in ing. So in this case, but now I never have to worry about, in this case, struggling to sell my house. So we take this first one, whatever it was, and we kind of just simplify it and turn it into a past tense, and you'll see how that works. Next, what's something you were trying to do or accomplish at the time all this was happening? So in this case, I was trying to move to Florida to take a big promotion, which is true. What's something you were struggling with at the time? I was struggling with finding a buyer for 2 houses I owned. There you go. As a result, what negative thing, emotion, or circumstance was overtaking you at the time? So I was getting more and more frustrated and scared. So you can see, frustrated and scared, sick, frustrated behind my bills, disgusted with my situation at work. What's something bad that happened or occurred at this time that threw you off track? So again, going back to the story, we're following it. It's the intro, it's the setup. Now we're at the turn for the worse. So something bad that happened then the bottom fell out from under me when, so we're going to complete these phrases or sentences. I was told that I had to get there within 60 days or they had to give the job to someone else, which kind of sucked. So what's the thing you really needed to be able to do but couldn't when the event in the previous question happened? So when this happened, which meant I couldn't give my family or give my new family the life I promised them. So at this point, I'd only been married for like 3 months. What's the dream you were not willing to give up on no matter what the obstacles? And I got to fix that. I'll fix that. I wasn't ready to give up on my dream of blank, providing a wonderful lifestyle for my family. So what did you discover or find that turned everything around for you? Can be a person, a place, a thing, a technique, software, etc. Then I discovered blank and everything changed. So again, this can be anything. In this case, I discovered the secret method for social engineering a house sale. Now, the next 3 things are going to be about what this big discovery, whoever or whatever it was, revealed to you. So I discovered how to, and they should all start with a verb. So I discovered how to get people to send me all the buyer leads I wanted. I also discovered how to get those buyers to compete for my house instead of me begging them to buy. And what's the third big thing you discovered? I also discovered how to structure the deal so it was a win-win for all parties. And I'm going to fix that too. I'm just making little notes to myself. all these things start looking the same when you're making them. So last three things are the payoffs that you got from these new discoveries. So what's the number one big payoff you got from your new discovery? This meant I could now move to Florida so I could take the job. This meant I was able to provide a wonderful life for my new wife. And this meant I now had the power to help other people discover how to sell their houses and save massive commissions. So we whack the submit button. It'll show you all the stuff that you put in. And unlike some of the other scripts where you want to keep them short, it's okay to get wordy on these. So let's just go through this. This is the story it comes up with. So it's got a little ready-made transition. You may be wondering a little bit about how I came here to be with you today, or let me help you. Let me tell you a quick story. You can just skip this. Let me tell you a quick story about when I was trying to move to Florida to take my dream job, but had to sell 2 houses first. At the time I was trying to move to Florida to take a big promotion, I was struggling with finding a buyer for 2 houses I owned, and I was getting more and more frustrated and scared. Now we go to the turn for the worse. Got a couple options here. Then something really bad happened. I was told I had to get there within 60 days or they had to give the job to someone else. Or then the bottom fell out from under me when I was told I had to get there within 60 days and they had to give the job to someone else, which meant I couldn't give my new family the life I promised them. As you can imagine, I was in bad shape and desperate, but I wasn't ready to give up on my dream of providing a wonderful lifestyle for my family. Now the discovery. Then I discovered, or was introduced to, or decided to. Then I discovered the secret method for social engineering a house sale. At that point, everything changed. I discovered, or I figured out how to get other people to send me all the buyer leads I wanted, get those buyers to compete for my house instead of me begging them to buy, structure the deal so it was a win-win for all parties. Then the transformation. Because I discovered the secret method for social engineering a house sale, I was able to move to Florida so I could take the job, provide a wonderful life for my new wife, help other people discover how to sell their houses too, and save massive commissions. Now I'm living my dream of providing a wonderful lifestyle for my family and to never have to worry about struggling to sell my house ever again. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing with you, or that's why I'm sharing with you about selling your home alone so you can experience providing a wonderful lifestyle for your family too. So you'd have to do a little edit there. But again, you might expand this and contract this. You might provide a little bit more detail. You might provide a little bit less detail. You can download it by clicking the save button, and it'll download as a text file from your browser to make it easier for you to edit. So you might, again, you might expand it, you might contract it.